Hey, what's going on? It's Joey from the Hitting Performance Lab. Mr. Bryce, congratulations, my brother. First home run in opposite field. Very, very cool. I have two other guys that did the same thing, and I was just ecstatic because I told both of them I didn't learn how to hit the other way till I was in high school. Probably my junior year or sophomore year in high school. Sophomore year, I think, and my junior year is when I really caught on and figured out how to really do it. But another guy's got your name, Bryce Harper, learned that at an early age as well. He's 8 years old, so a little younger than you, but 10 years old. You're way ahead of the game. So great job. Opposite field home run, first home run ever. You're going to remember that forever. So let's take a look and see what we're working with. Now, I know your dad said that we've been working at batspeed.com for the last 8 months or so, and just recently got the truth about explosive rotational power. And this is when we kind of started figuring things out. Now, this is the actual swing. This is the home run swing. Now I see this up on the toe here, and this must be bat speed stuff. Catcher sets up. Let's see how far we're going to have to go here. There we go. Okay. So we're up on the toe to start. Alright. So there's the home run. Now, what's happening here is we're doing a few compensations. Your body's trying to figure out how to kill the time before that ball comes to you. Now, I talked to your dad via email and thought that if we can get you some forward momentum, instead of just kind of picking that foot up, setting it back down, and then rotating, because see, there's a lag time there when we pick it up. Now, the stride does a couple things. The stride is a timing mechanism, and most recently Chaz Pippett talked about where you pick it up and you kind of float a little bit. And the other thing it does is it unweights the bat. So we want to unweight the bat with forward momentum. We want to get your body moving forward so that it makes the upper half job much easier. You see this with most elite explosive rotational athletes in the Olympics, the hammer throwers, javelin throwers. You see all of them creating some kind of forward momentum, whether they're running, whether they are spinning, or whether they are shuffling. You even see sprinters do this out of the blocks. When they're in the blocks, their chest is over their hips, and by the time the gun goes off, they're already falling forward. So it makes their acceleration in the beginning much easier to get going than if they were to start like a base runner starts, where they're in a dead stop. But picking the foot up, putting it down, I think you're going to have a lot more of these types of at-bats if we get you some forward momentum. Now, Dad, Mr. Blake, go into the Truth product, and I just updated a couple drills in the Module 2 lab, kind of towards the bottom, just under the patient's video, the Babe Ruth one. Check that one out. That'll be a good drill for Bryce to do. But see, there's a little lag time here. We pick the foot up, put it down, little lag time, and then we're talking about the catapult loading system. So tuck in the hands a little bit. Okay, so we did a pretty good job of that. You can see right here in this elbow is where you want to key in. So let's draw a circle around this little one. Okay, so what we're looking for is that slight back position where the hands tuck into the armpits. And it's a slight one, very slight. It doesn't have to be huge. But this little slight tuck with where that elbow goes back, right there. You can see it, very subtle, right there. See that? Those two frames, 1, 2, and then we go into our swing. So very good with that. You're gonna find it much easier to do this movement when you start unweighting the bat and getting forward momentum. Because what has to happen is, once that heel strike, that heel, the way our spine works, and this, Bryce, you might want to get used to some of these words because you're gonna, and Dad can help explain it, but your spine is actually your engine in your swing. And we have to do a couple things to get your spine going, and one here, you're tucking the hands, which really helps. The other thing that has to happen is your heel, when it hits the ground and it strikes, we'll call it heel strike, it sends a pulse up to your pelvis or your hips, or however you understand that. But basically it sends a pulse to your pelvis to start turning. And then what that does is that will send a pulse up through your spine to your shoulders and tell your shoulders to counter turn what your hips are doing. So that's why when you walk, your left arm comes forward along with your right leg. Your left arm and left leg don't come forward at the same time. It's an opposite relationship. And with the swing, it's the same thing. So we have to get a little bit more in sequence there, because you're doing it. You're tucking your hands, but you're also not. It's doing it almost artificially versus naturally with a good forward momentum fall. But other than that, I mean, it looks good. We definitely have, I mean, you and Dad, shoot, you should drop the camera here. See if I can show that. Let's show your hit, and then let's show Dad drop the camera. I bet he swallowed his tongue too while he did this. So you hit it, and then boop, boop, oh, and then the camera, the phone just dropped. I love it. I love it. So you almost made Dad swallow his tongue. So we want to make sure that we do that more consistently. And this is just the first of many. But go into the truth. Have Dad go into the truth, and I want you guys to start working on the first 4 F words. And that, good job. Congratulations, my brother. You are on the map now when it comes to consistent power. And if you got any questions, you know where to find me. All right, Joey, signing off.